Radio. Shout it.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your folk, Beehive Radio shouting and stepping in the building. I got a friend to the show, an A-Town player in his own right. My dog, LA the Boomman. What's good with it, boss?
What's going on with you, Beehive?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Now, Boom, you know, Authentic Empire, man. It's authentic or nothing right now.
Right.
Break down this new movement to me because, I mean, y'all are taking over the city already.
Well, for me, I know it got a movement feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to change the narrative of it.
Ooh.
Because my goal isn't for it to be a movement.
Okay.
My goal is to make it like a legitimate business, and I want it to be more like a 300, like an Alamo, like an Interscope, Atlantic. Like, so I'm on a bigger plate. But I understand coming out of Atlanta with the Foogianos, the Euro Goddess, the Money Moves, the YSNs, the, you know, all the different artists that we got going on that's having traction and having motion. Yeah. And they seeing us in the city predominantly from Atlanta, it feels more like a movement base.
Exactly.
But the thing is we have, I want to say, bro, we service right now over 500 artists.
What?
We service over 500 artists, you know what I'm saying, in different things, whether it's studio time, video, mix master, consulting, management. It's like every day. So what we are an independent hub for independent artists to come and get real label services.
Come on now.
So if you want a real label service, you want an interview with Beehive, you come through us, we can schedule something, we can get some real exposure.
Thanks.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
That you know it's credible compared to,
Exactly.
you know, when I was coming up, it was a lot of rinky-dink managers, you know what I'm saying? You meet him at McDonald's, I can do this, bro, I can put you on, what you buy into it, but had no real relationship, but knew you had talent, but didn't know what to do with it. So what they would do was they would just attach themselves to you and try to figure it out. And if they couldn't figure it out, the artists be disgruntled.
Facts.
And then, you know, they artists end up doing it by themselves, and the management is still attached to them. So
Facts.
I wanted to give artists an opportunity and a place to where they can come to, and they don't have to worry about attaching themselves to anybody, and they can really get those services. And if you need management, it could be done on a month-to-month basis. You get where I'm coming from? So even if you want to get signed or if you want to get promoted, you want to get marketed, I just need a great mixing master. I'm tired of Blow Joe. I'm in the house mixing my records, you know what I'm saying, for $500, but he ain't mixing me.
It
like
ain't
he
right.
You get where I come from. So
Yes.
just different things like that. Like that's who we are. That's what we do. We got our own niche. We're in a blue ocean. I know a lot of people trying to figure out the formula and the recipe, but what we're doing is we're offering a service that nobody else is offering to independent artists, and it's legit.
From MMI to AE, man, take me back to the MMI days.
Right.
In the club, you're getting the party started at a time in Atlanta where the party was really dominating the whole industry down here.
Right.
So talk to me about first taking over the party, but then transitioning from the club to the music.
So throwing parties was a mean. See, me, I never sold drugs.
Yeah.
You get where I come from? I never was a robber. I never kicked doors. I never did none of that.
Exactly.
You know? So that wasn't my whole thing. I was known. I got my name Boomman for hustling. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would hustle other things. You feel where I'm coming from? So I would hustle shoes, jewelry, socks, hats, clothes. I open up a clothes store. I throw parties. I do events. You know, I connect people. So, you know, the party was a way of me to get fast cash legally. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a flip game for me, you know. It was a situation where I had a couple friends who was doing party. They put me on game and said, bro, just book stars and do radio. And I had another partner say his partner was doing good because he did guerrilla promotion and he had the biggest flyers and posters. So what I decided to do was take both of what they was doing and meshing it together. And that's how I end up becoming real dominant in the promoting world and the marketing world as far as throwing parties. And I would just do it bigger and bigger and bigger, you know what I'm saying? But what eventually happened was it became not fun, you know what I'm saying? Because when I did start doing it in Atlanta, it takes so much to throw a party to make so little money. You get where I'm coming from? So it's like you get what I call in this hamster wheel. And you start running in the same, and you can't, your mind can't expand and go other places so you could do other things. So you be stuck in that same cycle. And I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. So I'm popping off one party to prepare for the next one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I can't do nothing else. And it was like that wasn't for me. So I just said, and it became less fun when your team started wanting to be individuals and not a team. And the problem is, what I had to learn, and which I kind of already knew subconsciously, not reading and understanding, that business is a team sport. So many people want to be individual, like I'm the man, but they don't understand the reason why I'm winning right now with Authentic Empire, and the reason why I was winning with MMI is because I had like MMI had like 200 people. I would meet at Figure 8.
Y'all had niggas in Germany.
Yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Still got them overseas. You know what I'm saying? Germany, the islands, everywhere. So, but the thing is I knew back then it was about numbers, not myself, because I could only do so much by myself. So I had to be selfless, want to take care of other people, and that's what I'm doing now. So now we got a multi-million-dollar company. You know, last year we did almost 20 million. So
okay,
coming out the dirt. So that's a blessing. You feel me? This year we probably finna surpass that. So. We are going to surpass that.
Well, I already see y'all surpassing that. Yeah. Before I get to the AE, I got to ask about the Roscoe Dashes and the KEs, man, because as far as just this Atlanta music scene, don't get it messed up. You left your stain on the game too as well. Right. So I mean, and making it again right now as we speak. But at that time, what was it like making that transition with Roscoe and KE?
You talking about when I found them or when I was moving away from them?
Well, now when you found them and you were starting to go into the music side of things,
that was a purity. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for me, I was learning the music business. You know where I'm coming from, but I knew talent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For me, and I was throwing parties, so I knew how to promote it and market it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had I'm from Atlanta. Yeah. So I had relationships with a lot. Base. Yeah, like, you know, I grew up next door to Future.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I went to high school with K-Rap.
Come on.
You know where I come from? We were best friends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
With Pimpin' from Franchise. Dro was in my homeroom.
Oh, my God. Like, exactly. So it just made sense.
Yeah, so for me, you know, it's just a part of the culture. You feel me? So the reason why I found KE is because I was trying to create a label with K-Rap, but I was in the military, so I went to the military to go get the bread up to start the label.
Come on now.
You know where I'm coming from?
Come on now.
So when I went to get the bread to start the label in the military, I was overseas in Iraq during the war. And I'm reading through the source of the vibe. I can't remember which magazine it was. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. But I see K-Rap in there, just did a deal with Lil Jon. I'm like, oh, we on.
Exactly.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So I come back. And he already got certain people around him. They didn't want me apart. And I was trying to intern with them, and they really wasn't trying to let me in for real. And so I told myself, I said, next time I find me a producer, I'm going to sign him. Ooh. I was in Valdosta already in the military. Yeah. He was down there. And I was like, dang, bro, you harder than K-Rap. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, bro, I can help you out. I was just straightforward. Like, I know a lot of people in Atlanta, and he was K-Rap was his favorite producer. Damn. So I was like, shoot, that's my partner. I can introduce you. Maybe I was thinking maybe me and him could do it together, but he didn't really want to. He was in his own world doing his own kind of thing. Yeah. So we ended up putting CDs around at D4L studio with Shawty Low them. J Money picked up the CD. And at the same time on the east side, he was doing his internet thing and sending records to the group FLY.
Oh man.
And so at the same time, they created Swag Surfing, and J Money done created First Name, Last Name. From there we started working with Travis Porter and different other people, and the futuristic movement was born with Young LA, and that we got that whole sound.
Nigga, that was nasty as hell. What you just broke down to me right there is just the influence and the impact that you have from a lot of people from the city that goes unsung and unheard of. Right. But folks don't understand who was actually making those plays to give you this music that's still getting played. Timeless music. Timeless music now. It's one thing to get a hit here, get a hit there. Right. We literally are still playing these songs in the club to this day. Right. How do you feel when you look at just from the production side of things what you brought to the game? I ain't even got the Roscoe yet. How do you feel when you still hear them songs bumping?
Man, it's a blessing because I listen to, I'm like, I'm behind that.
Yeah.
I'm behind that.
Yeah.
I'm behind that. So I listen to even when you go to birthday parties, weddings, all kind of stuff. It's like they playing KE, Swag Surfing, they playing Roscoe Dash, No Hands, all the way turned up, show. You know what I'm saying? Just different stuff. So they playing. Then I was behind the Beef It Up and the But We Turn Up. And, you know what I'm saying? The Nay, the Juju on the beat. You know what I'm saying? So I've been behind the culture for so long, even with Mr. Hot Spots and the Light Global, and when they signed Lil Pump. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell them how to sign Lil Pump. And then I done consulted other labels like the Love Renaissance and Lights Global, and you know what I'm saying, just different people I've consulted over the years, and they've been very, very successful and made millions of dollars.
What was it like when you saw Roscoe blow up and you knew that was your artist and you was doing your damn thing in the game? You had came from doing parties and then just hustling beforehand. And another thing too that I want people to understand is every time you hear this man talking about a play that he made that was successful, you first hear him talking about getting his lumber up in a legal way to be able to do that stuff.
Yeah, that was important to me. Like, what was important to me was to let the streets know and let people know you can do it another way.
Exactly.
Because most people feel like that's the only way. And I done lived in every project in Atlanta, bro.
Come on.
Like, I done stayed on every side of Atlanta, from Boulevard to the Plug to the west side, southwest, the Allen Temple, the Spanish Mission, all the mechanic. Like, I done stayed everywhere, but on the east side, I went to Miller Grove, I went to Main Street, I went to West Clayton, I went to North Clayton Middle, I went, you know what I'm saying? I done stayed everywhere, Ridgeview, North Side. So I'm really from Atlanta. And so, like, a lot of my peers, it's cultural. And because of the school system, like, I graduated from Darrell, bro. They call it Thug High.
I know about Thug High.
You feel me?
Come on.
Coming out of there, people didn't expect me to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was quiet. I was considered a lame. You know what I'm saying? But because I was always mentally on something else. You feel me?
If I recall correctly, though, you were hooping, though.
Oh, yeah, I could hoop now. I used to go hoop, bro. Like, I'm about to be 40 this year, so it ain't the same. And I ain't really hooped in like 2 years. But, yeah, I was a hooper.
Yeah,
exactly. They know me. They know me on Campbellton.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now Roscoe takes off. What was that experience like?
I said, like, that was crazy. It was just like me walking in my destiny. You know what I'm saying? Knowing, hey, that's validation of this is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that and helped him get to where he was trying to get to, and then it only took me 3 months.
My God.
You feel me? From not even being known for his own song to $1 million deal at Interscope, I knew that was my destiny and how I set it up and how I worked. I just knew, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be helping artists take their music to the next level.
Exactly. So now you got a successful producer on your team. You got a successful artist as well. You moving the culture forward. You putting it down for the town. Then, issues started to arise with the artists and folks and stuff like that. How did you navigate those waters, and how did that impact you after y'all had all of this massive success?
Man, I'm going to be honest. I really don't know what was going on during that time. You know how they be saying it's a Mercury retrograde. I don't know if it was a Mercury retrograde and I was in a different space and the stars was one way. I don't know. But the thing is all I can do and can say and can stand on is I always kept it 100. I always gave my all to whatever I did to my artists. I always kept it a buck. And I was younger. You feel me? And when you're young and you're learning a business and you're navigating into new territory, you always hit some unknown. And you might take the wrong path when you hit the unknown. It's like if I'm in a forest and I'm trying and I don't know where I'm at, this might be the right path, this might be the wrong path, that might be the wrong path. But I don't really know which one. I'm just like, let me just try to figure it out. So I'm going in a way where it's like I'm not understanding that artists a majority of them are not loyal. You feel me? They're selfish. And creative people think from a certain side of the brain.
True.
You feel me? They don't think from a business side of the brain. So, once people start getting in their ear and they see bigger artists and people, it's like, well, do you got this and do you got that? And instead of having the conversation, they just like, nah, they automatically in their feelings because they're listening to, and when you tell them no and everybody else telling them yes, it's just like, I didn't understand that. You feel me? So now, for me, I live by a certain code where it's like, I do paperwork as a formality. When you don't want to work with me no more, I don't want to work with you.
Facts.
My energy, I'm good. I figured out the money.
Yeah,
so I don't even do it. I don't work for money. You get where I'm coming from? And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand. I don't work for money.
Come on now.
I work for my purpose.
Come on.
And my money works for me. So, you know what I'm saying? Me, you know, I work for my purpose, with a purpose, on purpose.
Come on now.
You get where I'm coming from? And like,
I'm with you.
People don't understand it. So now for me, it's like, you'll never see me make a thirst play. It's not about being thirsty. I don't have to make a thirst play because I don't need it. I'm going to always get more.
Exactly.
So now it's me fulfilling my destiny and walking in what I'm supposed to walk into. And when people tap into that and they realize that, everybody, you'll blossom. You'll grow.
Answer me this, though, Boom. Coming from, you know, the bottom, having to scrape up your money to get the party started, having to go and join the military to raise the money for the label and stuff like that. What was it like when that money started coming in?
Like, once again, it was just validation of what happened was I read this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I read that when I was like 19, 20. You feel me? And so I built my first house at 21 from the ground up.
Ooh.
So I always had like an entrepreneurial, and then I worked at Walters out of high school. So I always had a hustler, sales, you know, grind about me. You feel me? And I was always different. You know, when I was coming out of high school, I was in the church. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a lot of different, I used to do gospel rap. All that kind. So I came from a different spirit and a different energy, and I was raised differently because of my mom. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, money, you know, money was cool. Like I said, money is just a tool just to fulfill your purpose. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And I've never really been into money like that. I always been to what's my goal? What am I trying to accomplish?
Exactly.
So when the money came with it, it was just validation that I'm doing the right thing, and I want to keep using the money to keep fulfilling my purpose and making people smile. Because I used to host the parties and throw the parties, and so I'm bringing timeless music that make people feel good. Like that was my whole MO, making people feel good and fulfilling the purpose. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy life. That's it.
So now, after you was done with the MMI, you took that time to relax and get your mind right, man. What was that time like?
I didn't take it to relax and get my mind right. What it was this right here. I lost my mom.
Yeah.
When I lost my mom, I lost a lot of love. I felt like I lost a lot. So I had to find myself.
Yeah.
I was during that time, you know, I was confused. Because I was going into a different level in life where I'm even reading. So like, for example, you read certain books about money. Let's just get on the money topic, right? And I wasn't doing stuff fully with a purpose. I kind of lost my path. You feel me? So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, why is they doing this? Why am I getting persecuted by everybody? Why are they hating on me? And I'm showing love. And I'm trying to figure it out and trying to understand something that really wasn't for me to understand.
Ooh.
You get where I'm coming from? And so, like, when you read certain books, even like with dealing with money and, you know, maintaining it and debt and, you know, stuff like that. Like, if you read a book by Dave Ramsey, you know what I'm saying, and Susie Orman. Right? You familiar with them?
Yeah.
Right. And if you read a book by Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone or Dan Pena, you're going to be confused. You're going to be confused. So it's like the same thing when you taking advice from one person so you got to kind of know self and know who you are. You get what and know what you're trying to accomplish. So I end up reading this book, right? And I tell a story a lot called The Millionaire Next Door, right? In the book, The Millionaire Next Door, it talks about you'll never know this person is a millionaire. They live in this same house, drive a pickup truck, wear Wrangler jeans, you know what I'm saying, has a wife and kids, and you know, they live a simple, normal life. And after the first couple chapters, I threw the book in the trash.
What?
Why I threw the book in the trash?
Yeah.
Because I'm from Atlanta, man. and culturally,
that ain't gonna work.
That ain't for me. I don't want to be a millionaire. So I was like, point me to the 100 millionaires.
Exactly.
The billionaires.
Ooh.
You get what I'm coming from?
That's when that painter came in there.
You feel where I'm coming from? So now it's like, I want to ride private jets.
Yeah.
I won't bust down Audemars.
Come on.
I won't Lamborghinis.
Exactly.
And, you know, I'm from it. I want to live life. I don't want to be simple. So if I'm taking the advice of these people, it's going to tell me, stay out of debt.
Ooh.
You get one coming
I'm riding in that car. Let's go.
You feel me?
I'm with you.
So if I'm listening to Susie Orman and Dave eat Roman noodles, they out of debt, you know what I'm saying? Save your money. Over 20 years, you become a millionaire and you
I ain't trying to wait 20 years.
Nah, but if I'm reading Dan Pena, you know what I'm saying? Robert Kiyosaki, you know what I'm saying? Grant Cardone, they tell, bruh, debt, get you some debt.
Exactly.
Get you some debt.
And use other people's money and not yours.
Exactly. So it's a different mentality, but once you know who you are and what you want, you're no longer confused.
Yeah.
You're no longer listening to the opinions of people who don't fit your lifestyle.
My God.
You feel what
I'm with you.
So for me, I was going through that whole process knowing who I am. So I'm listening to people like, man, bro, go off on these folk. Woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, hold these nigga hostages.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And me, that's not me. Me, I had to realize it's about my energy and my peace.
That's
so
right.
I had to start doing stuff that fits my peace. It's like, I wasn't enjoying being an artist. I enjoyed helping artists.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So I was in a, do I want to be an artist? Do I want to help artists? You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to pick one because I understood most time when you're an artist and you're a new artist and you're trying to help artists, they feel like you're trying to outshadow them. And you had to understand, like, they have a problem with me because they think it's like 48 Laws of Power. Never outshine the master.
Yeah.
They think they the master. So you gotta let them stroke their ego.
Yeah.
That's what this game is about. When you're dealing with artists, they have egos.
Yeah.
They come from a creative space. So you have to understand. They want somebody to yell at. They want somebody to fuss at. They want somebody to go off on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To let their energy out while they can go and create. You notice most artists' best music is when they going through something.
Exactly.
You feel me? So you got to let them have that space, and you can't try to suppress that. Try to make them humble.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you hear this, like, I want a humble artist. These artists too. No, I don't want a humble artist.
They got to feel themselves.
They got to feel themselves.
Come on.
It's just like a ball player. It's like Kobe Bryant, bro. I want a nigga with an ego.
Exactly.
I can speak frankly, right? Okay, I'll just make it.
Say what you feel.
Yeah. So you know, you want somebody with an ego that feel like I'm the man. You can't.
Exactly.
You feel me? That's the player I want to put my money on. I don't want to like, oh, excuse me, my bad. I didn't mean to foul you. Woo, woo, woo. So it's like I want dogs. You feel me? You want dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna pop. That's gonna go crazy when you dealing with creative people.
When your mama passed, man, that's one of those blows that take a lot of people out. How did that impact you, and what was it like trying to find what the meaning of life after mama left?
So my mama died from cancer, ovarian cancer. So I had to watch her suffer and die. You feel me?
My God.
So, and I had to watch her deteriorate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it was a different experience. Me having to fund it, me having to watch her. She's 200 and something pounds, almost 300 pounds to 100 pounds. You feel where I'm coming from? So, and then they giving her 4 months to live, and she ended up living 2 years. But my mom said certain stuff that stuck with me about, and that opened my eyes and took me on my journey as far as even with the food. And she went to holistic, and you know, she was telling me live food, live body, dead food, dead body, and had me learning about Dr. Savy and you know what I'm saying, different things like that get me on a different path of how the government and society is really controlling us. And so I'm going through all these different things mentally and looking at it like life can't be like this for real. You feel where I'm coming from? So it was just a journey and experience that I think a lot of people go through at a certain point in their life, if they get to make it to a certain point in their life, where they realize what's really going on, the truth of what's really going on. And then I started doing a lot of truth seeking, like biblical verses. Like I said, confusion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was in a confused state. You know, Christianity, Muslim, this, you know, it's like you just doing all that stuff. So you trying to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to a point where I really realized who I was and what I wanted out of my life, and I'm cool with me.
Exactly.
You know where I'm coming from?
The Light's Global. Break down that to me.
Like I said, at that time I went through a little spiritual journey, and I was kind of like still in a depressed state. And my boy Miguel, I had gave up on the music really completely.
What?
That's how it show you what your destiny is. I had really gave up completely. I sold my studio. I was just like, I do some consulting here and there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a father, a family man. I said, maybe this ain't meant for me.
My God.
You know where I'm coming from? And my boy Miguel hit me up and said, hey, I want you to manage this artist, because I had done plugged him. I had done linked him before I decided I didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
I had and they end up getting this situation with this cat off of my plug that I plugged them with.
Mm-hmm.
They end up getting $1 million deal, which they shouldn't have probably even got. You feel where I'm coming from? And they wouldn't have got if it wasn't for me plugging them with my relationships.
Facts.
And you know, he hit Dooney up and he was like, hey man, we gotta find a way to make Boom a part of this. That's my guy. He plugged us in. We wouldn't have had this situation if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way to pull him in. So he called me, he asked me to manage the kid who they got the deal for. I really didn't want to manage. He was like, well, just be our partner, be one of our partners. And he said, I'm gonna fly you out to New York. So he flew me out to New York. And then he was like, we went out there and we started running through labels together. And I was just like, it kind of came back to me. You know where I'm coming from? Then after that, we went to LA and started running through labels.
Thanks.
My joy started coming back. My joy started coming back for the music. And I was just like, it's ironic. The time I wanted to throw in the towel, you know, God said, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This ain't it. Let me pull you back in and let you see, like, this is your calling. This is what I need for you to do. And so, you know, we started doing some amazing stuff. I signed DJ Telly Tales with the Fuck It Up. Fuck It Up. I signed the Twins with Hot Spot with that Me and My Friends.
Yeah.
You know, I managed Zay and Zayon with the Juju on the beat, running around with them, breaking that record. You know what I'm saying? Which went triple platinum.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, my last thing was I went into Warner. Like, we want $10 million to get the deal at Warner, which ended up being like, I think, $5 million.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was like, this is how we need to sign Lil Pump. And then once that happened, once we got the deal, they started being a little funny with the money. And I said, I haven't been down this road. Y'all chasing a bag. Like this, like I ain't doing this just for no money.
Exactly.
Like, we need money, but it's like I don't want to bump heads and have turmoil
Exactly.
about money.
About money.
When
It ain't that serious.
we gonna make 10 times this if we stick
Exactly.
together and work together. So I decided to walk away, and that's when I started Authentic Empire.
So now, Authentic Empire. Last time we talked, you said this was a vision that you had been working on for years, Boom. What did that vision start out looking like?
Well, Authentic Empire came about when I left Lights Global and I linked up with my partner DJ, my childhood friend. His name is Dred Dro.
Yeah.
And he came to me because he wanted to be an artist. And I tried to use Lights Global services to help him.
Yeah.
But it didn't go right.
Okay.
So he lost his money.
Damn.
So I said, you know, my face card on this, my partner. I'm like,
Exactly.
that don't sit right in my spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I don't want you to think I was a part of jigging. So let's do this. Let me help you make some money.
Yeah.
Let's start a label. You know what I'm saying? Together. You know, we've been rocking. I said, I want you to be a part of it. I got another guy who wants to invest, whose name was Cash.
Yeah.
Who had car lots and stuff like that.
Facts.
And I was like, this is an opportunity for us to make some money. And I want you to be a part of it. And he was like, bet, I'm with you. And I said, we just need to figure out a name. He said, well, I already started this company called Authentic Empire. I said, that's it. That's perfect. Let's run with that.
Yeah.
You know where I'm coming
Yeah.
from? I said, I found this 6'6" white kid named Noah Sharp.
I recall. Yeah.
That I want to, you know what I'm saying, that I think we should get behind and start the label with. And it was born right then and there. And how that came about was I started pushing him. He sounded like Drake, rap like Kendrick, crazy, 6'6" white kid, dorky, that you would never expect him to spit like that. So I grew him like from 400 followers to like 230,000 followers in like 3 months, and everybody was at me trying to sign him. End up doing a situation with Jeezy that didn't really go that well, but from that, the song that we was pushing, the Wavy record, Euro produced it and he featured on it.
Ooh.
And so when that happened, I was like, I need another artist.
Yeah.
And I was like, Euro is crazy.
Come on.
And I was like, so he was a free agent.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I could do the same thing with you, even better. You know what I'm saying? And so we put Lil Baby on the record, we put Gunna on the record, put Pablo on, you know, list goes on, and that's how we really started popping off. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
so now you got the movement going again. What was your next move after you got Euro on deck?
I started wanting to build a brand because I didn't want to, like, for me, it was never about one artist. So I wanted to get multiple artists, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to create, like I said, my vision, when you go back to what you're saying, my vision for I've been doing consulting and trying to do stuff for artists since 2012.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was more so like, how can I fulfill my purpose?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And use this platform to help other independent artists. Mm-hmm. And, you know, with the internet and everything like that, I started doing showcases. But when I was doing the showcase, I would really give people single deals and record deals and live reviews. I started giving away money. And so essentially what happened to my partner, Energy, he linked back up with me. He used to be my manager when I was an artist. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he been studying e-commerce. He got the money, and we clicked because this thing he was talking about with the money, I got it because I had already been studying that way.
Yeah.
And so I just was eliminating fear of the debt. And before you know it, like, man, if you only knew in 2019 what I had to do, like, I'm running in and out of banks every day, like 4 banks a day, moving money around. Like, I'm giving y'all some real secrets and some real game right now. Yeah. I learned the account receivable game. So anybody listening to this interview, they want to know about how I got here. I learn what account receivables is. This is free game.
So now, instead of going to Magic City, what did you do next?
I went to Magic City. I'm from Atlanta. I told you I don't want to be the millionaire next door. I'm gonna live. I'm at the Flame. I'm at the Magic Titty. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the Scrokers.
Oh my God!
Come on, for
so
real.
then, talk to me about that. Then when you had to make it rain a little bit.
Man, shoot, it's a part of the game, man. Make it rain. You talk to the girl like, hey, look, I can show you how to turn this cash. You know what I'm saying? Into something else. So, you know, it's really about networking. Hey, man, it's the game. But I'm going to live, bro. Like, I'm not trying to see. I think people, they try to box you in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all these sayings, to me, they broke nigga sayings. You get where I'm coming from? The loudest person in the room is the brokest person in the room. I'm like, the loudest person in the room is the loudest person in the room.
Exactly.
That nigga just loud. Do you
God.
think Floyd Mayweather is the brokest person in the room?
At all.
But he loud as hell with all the diamonds on.
Motherfucker.
Exactly. That don't make it like, where do we get this from?
Exactly. But see, you know what? What I realized is, and see, it's about to get real deep in here, Boom, because you done drug me over here. I was trying not to go there. But we have to unlearn all of the stuff that we were taught from a child.
Yeah.
Like what they say with humility. Yeah. Humility will keep your ass poor as hell. Yeah. You got to be able to stand up and be in the front and take what's yours.
I think it's levels to it.
Talk to me.
In certain situations, a level of humility is necessary. You have to know your opponent. You have to know the person you're dealing with. Like, if you come off on me crazy, I'm not gonna want to deal with you. If you're an artist and you popping your shit and you hard, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm with you. You feeling yourself. I feel it too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you did. If you talking to the police, you popping your shit. It's a time to be humble, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet. I don't even speak. You feel me? Like that, because that get us in so much trouble because we don't know how to turn it off and on.
And I believe, and I agree with you say right there with turning it off and on, but I'm talking about it needs to be on when you're going after your damn dreams.
Oh, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I think a lot of times folks make themselves feel so small that they never get a chance to experience being big because they've been putting themselves down, and then before you know it, your subconscious is saying you ain't shit either.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. You got to know yourself. You have to build your own confidence and put the people around you that help you build your confidence. You feel
Talk to me about building these teams though, Boom. What was it that you looked for in the people that you decided to work with that allowed you to have these empires go crazy?
Well, a lot of people that I work with, you have to be able to, like, starting from where I come from, I have a lot of people that I've been with for a long time that I could trust. You feel me? It's kind of hard to build anything without trust.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to find, even in relationships, bro, like, if it ain't no trust, we ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we building on rocky ground. It's gonna fall. You feel me? But if I can learn to trust, you know, you got all these street sayings, trust nobody. I don't trust God. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you got to trust some damn body.
You got to have a certain level of trust with certain people that you're dealing with, or you have to trust the system that you put in place.
Come on now.
You feel where I'm coming from? So you have to trust your process. My phone going berserk right now. I don't know what's going on.
Do you need to get it, nigga?
Nah, okay. We good. I'm gonna finish up and then tend to it.
Okay.
But No, you just have to trust your process, trust the system around you, understand that people are people. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that people are gonna go sideways, they're gonna do wrong, they're gonna steal, but you have to understand why.
Yeah.
And when you understand why, it's like, so for me, I create a system, right? I create a system where people have to grow around me. If you're not growing around me, I have to get you away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even my assistant, I told her, I said, man, you got 2 years with me. If you ain't doing something bigger in 2 years, you're getting fired.
Come on now.
You get where I'm coming from?
I'm with you.
You're not gonna be my assistant.
Come on.
Forever. You feel where I'm coming from?
Come on.
So, because what I learned is when a person feel like they can't grow, they're gonna either steal from you or be your competition.
Come on.
You feel where I'm coming from?
I'm with you.
So you have to create avenues where people can grow.
Facts.
And so like that's a part of the process. It's not the fact that I'm looking for a person to be loyal. Because I understand people are loyal to their situations, to their dollar, to their family, what they got going on. They're not gonna necessarily be loyal to me. You feel me? But if I provide a system and a situation to where they could benefit, like it's like, shoot, if you know, hey man, I'm putting you in this $1 million crib, and if you cross me over, you could lose this and go to nothing. It's like, let me do right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm living this type of lifestyle, let me do right by this, especially if I know I can't do it on my own.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So when you in a situation where you able to be around bigger things and do bigger stuff and live a certain lifestyle and no worry, no stress, no pressure, you able to make good money doing stuff you love, people and able to grow in it, people tend to stick around and do right by you. You're gonna have a few that ain't though, so you just gotta be prepared for that.
Talk to me, Boom, about the industry in Atlanta, because you were a person that caught a lot of hell from a lot of haters out here, man. So talk to me about overcoming that racism that was going on and then still maintaining your face card.
What I had to realize, them folk really love me.
Ooh.
I had to realize.
Talk to me.
They really love me. You feel where I'm coming from? But they're mad because I'm not showing the love back to them.
Damn.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So what it took for me, like that's a process you got to go through because most people fear what they don't understand.
Facts.
You feel me? And so it turns into hate. It's like if I tell somebody, about, like, let's just say certain business, and I'm putting them on account receivable, and I say, man, you need to put all your money in the bank and stop using cash. You feel me? Don't use no more cash. They were like, man, I ain't doing that, bro. Like, you feel me? I ain't doing that. Like, man, them niggas, they don't know what they talking about, bro. Yeah. Like, homeboy try to tell me stop to use can, bro. Like, because you don't understand it. You feel me? That nigga watch. That nigga finna get locked up, mess around with them credit cards. You feel me? So it turned into hate because you don't understand
Don't understand it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it really ain't hate. It really like, shoot, I'm seeing what bro doing. And I'm really admiring it and trying to figure out how he doing it.
Exactly.
I don't understand, but since I don't understand it, I can't speak on it. Now I gotta act like I gotta dumb it down to make my self-esteem feel better.
Yeah.
You feel me? I gotta dumb his situation down. It's like that in relationships. Yeah. It's like somebody try to tell you, like, you might say, man, shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping out here, man. I got some money. Man, why you always got to talk about how you popping, bro? It's like, you could just be humble.
Yep.
Because you're not happy where you're at.
Exactly.
You feel me? So really, you respect what I'm doing because you're in my circumference or paying attention to what I got going on to even be able to speak on it.
Come on.
Because that's what, if I don't care, I ain't even studying it.
At all.
So you really admiring what I do, you just don't understand how I'm doing it. And since you can't figure it out for yourself, now you're mad. But if I go to them same people and be like, hey, bro, let me show you how to do this. They go be like, yeah,
they
what we
love
do?
you.
Yeah, what we do? So
Exactly.
I had to realize, like, and for so many people to speak on my name and don't know me, it's like, bro, I'm really making an impact.
What I loved about it, looking at it from the outside, looking in, I would see the hate, but then I would turn around and see you elevate every damn time, and I would just sit back and laugh like hell, because I would be like, these niggas think they got the man, and the man and took it to another level on their ass, and it would be beautiful. You got to realize, once again, let's go back to this, right? I don't understand. He's from the streets, but he not street. Come on. You get where I'm coming from? I'm selling dope. He's not. How is he doing this? He don't have a college degree. He's in the music business.
with all the drug dealers and the street niggas and the strippers and all that, and he's successful, then he ain't have to kill nobody like I did. He ain't have to rob and kick no dough like I did. He ain't have to join no gang and get initiated like I did. This nigga ain't no real nigga. Who is he?
He's the guy that took the time out to use that energy that he could have used to sell dope, to join gangs, to kill people and act a fool, to figure out a legal way to get the damn money to do the same thing. You just got to find a legal way to do it. And that's really what I'm trying to motivate the youth to find out. There are legal ways to get these 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 figures that are probably easier than trapping.
It ain't easier. It's the same thing. And that's what most people don't realize. The scammer could do the same thing I'm doing. He just, because he's culturally don't know no better, he feels like that's how he has to do it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because he's fearful of the unknown, because that's all he known, and he's seen his people know, and whoever taught him, that's all they knew. So they only know it. And I don't knock my culture. Listen, I don't knock nobody out here.
It is what it is. But my whole thing is, if there's a different way, because see, when I say easier, I mean the results, the consequences is, if you're doing it legally, you just failed. You fail in these streets, that means you dead or in jail. That's a failure in the streets, scamming or banging and doing all that other stuff.
See, let me explain something to you.
Talk to me.
It's the same thing, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Right? I never wish for a life with no problems. You get where I'm coming from? Because that's not real.
Yeah.
It's about what kind of problems do I want to have. We all have problems. They're similar. Wealthy people got problems, and poor people have problems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Talk to me.
When a wealthy person have problems, when you see a wealthy person, let's use Floyd Mayweather for example.
With you.
All right, so let's use an example. You in the streets, you having to do all this stuff to get it. They'll kill you, you have to watch your back, you have to do this, and you have to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to find ways to get it. You know what I'm saying? People doing all kind of crazy stuff to get it, right? Now you got people who actually got it, right?
Facts.
So let's look at Floyd. How many security guards he got?
Damn. Plenty.
Why?
Because they'll kill him about that goddamn money.
Exactly. So when you have money, people are always trying to find ways to take it from you. Not just the people, but guess who else? You don't recall the government going into his IRS trying to... Wesley Snipes had to do time, right?
Yeah. Lauryn Hill.
It's the same thing.
My God. I'm with you right there, sir. I'm with you.
It's the same thing.
Oh, man. So
it's just, which one do I want to deal with? Do I want to deal with these niggas in the street, or do I want to play the rich nigga game? You feel what I'm coming from?
I'm with you 100% on that.
Yeah,
I'm with you 100%.
And then guess what? I done been in situations where I done had accountants take my money, try to be slick about it. You get where I'm coming from? I done been in situations where people done threatened to rob. So you got to realize, bro, people. I know a lot of people in music getting extorted. By gang people. You get where I'm coming from?
I'm with you, fool.
You feel me? So
I'm with you.
You know, for me, it's more so about hustle and pray and stay out the way.
Okay.
That's why you don't see me like I'm out the way.
No, exactly. Now, boy, you done came in this thing and snapped today. Okay, talk to me about the successful problems then, because that's the other thing.
Hate. You got the hate. You're dealing with that because people don't understand. So it come from all levels. It come from the court system. Look, like my artist Foogiano right now. He making money. Like now they trying to find ways to keep him in the system to take his money. You get where I'm coming from? You get where I'm coming from? Ain't trying to better his life. Shit. But because you from this small country town and they mad at you because you the first black person to make $1 million and they knew you from when you wasn't there, now they want to find a way to throw a probation on you, or you know what I'm saying, put you in the system and keep you locked up and follow your car and, oh, that's his calling me, oh, I smell weed, and you know what I'm saying, lock you up, make you go, just give you a hard time because of hate. You feel where I'm coming from?
Boy, I'm with you.
But guess what? They want him to live low key. Oh, you can't have this. You can't be running around with all this jewelry on, popping, talking about you. They want you to be humble. You feel me? So you dealing with all, like, success, you know, people being fake.
Yeah.
They more fake when you got money. You don't know why they around. Are they around for the lifestyle? Think about it. All these people who got money, like, they don't trust nobody.
That's
a lot of them single. A lot of, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, bro.
What is it like for you having your family situation already together and then being able to kind of experience this success with your nucleus intact?
Man, it's up and down, man. Like I'm not a person that don't have problems. You know what I'm saying? I go through marital problems. I go through problems with my kids. I got young teenage girls.
I feel
you know what I'm saying? They got boyfriends and
fuck the niggas.
Yeah, they got it's so. Man, it's the world we living in. You know, it just I had to learn to not put superhuman expectations on human people.
Oh my God.
You feel me? Like we all people. I'm flawed. So I know they flawed.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? So the best thing I could do is try to live by example, be understanding, be there, and do my job as a man, a husband, a father, you know what I'm saying? A CEO.
Yeah.
I just need to do my job.
Facts.
You feel me?
You know,
and enjoy life as much as I can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, I got to talk to the people because, boom, I'm going to take you on the Beehive journey. I recall I was trying to start interviewing folks who came and did interviews with me. I did one with Boomman.
Right.
Had that music with 2 Chainz and Rocco going crazy at that time.
Yeah.
K.E. swang through for an interview to help me get this party started. Otis, I need all of that footage back, brother. Man, I'm talking about 2011 through goddamn 2014 I don't have.
Right.
But Beehive thought he was going to do an open mic one night at the Figure 8. I don't know why Beehive decided to rent out the big ass Figure 8 to do an open mic with. Beehive might have brought 100 people out. But on the bill at the Figure 8, Boomman was coming to perform. Boomman walked into that empty ass club with about 50 to 100 people and put on a goddamn show that night, man. And I always appreciated that shit because that was the highlight of the night that was a damn failure, okay? And you gave me some, you said, hey, nigga, this place too goddamn big. If you would have did it in a smaller place, it'd be going the fuck down right now. I was like, goddamn, you right, Boom. So then I'm working with...
It's called scaling.
It's scaling. I just went straight to the biggest place. Nigga, I'm about to goddamn go ape shit in here.
Yeah.
So then I'm working on a documentary with Moby Dick from Beats by the Pound. I'm doing his life story. And Mo, we got to put that documentary out too, sir. I need a studio to record Moby Dick in. Boom, man. How much is your studio over there, man? I need to come over there to record Moby Dick for this goddamn documentary I'm shooting. B, come over here and just shoot the damn documentary, man. I don't give a fuck. I said, really, nigga? Appreciate you. So when folks tried to come to me with the bullshit about Boom, man, I never saw that shit. And it would make me mad because it would boil down to I would feel the hate. And I would like, you know, that local Atlanta stuff. When you successful and you come from these local Atlanta streets, if you are not a killer, then ain't nobody gonna let you slide. They don't want to let no regular cool player slide through the cracks unless they know that you gonna put that thing to their head.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I knew that was what you was going through. So in all of them little situations behind closed doors, I always had a positive word for your ass because you ain't do nothing but keep it real with me.
Everybody who I ever did business with, that's all I do.
Exactly. But that is that real Atlanta stuff that people come down here for, to be able to network with people of like minds that's trying to come from nothing to have something and trying to maintain at the same time. That's how you work with people. I don't care if Boom Man artists sound like crap, I'ma say, bring them through this thing and let me talk to them. But every artist he done brought through this thing, money move.
Right.
Full rotation right now.
Right.
Hidden is hidden like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the success of that single.
Well, that's a prime example of me trying to do something for the culture. You feel me? I seen Move running around here 2-3 years pushing the same record, and I felt like it was hard.
Damn.
And every time I bumped into bruh, it was always love. He has a humble spirit, for real.
He a cool nigga.
Yeah, he has a humble spirit. And I think that's one of the things that kind of hurt him too. You feel where I'm coming from? But regardless of the fact, his music is dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he is who he is. And I like him as a person, and I like him as an artist. You feel me? And I wanted to do something to give back and help the culture of Atlanta and what we doing. So I said, let me reach out and grab. That's why I told Angel, I said, I want to do something for the city. I want to find somebody out the city to get behind. And I felt like Moo was the perfect person. I said, he been running around here, him and Red. I've been knowing Red.
Yeah, Red, what up, though?
Yeah, I said, let me get this record. I want to put Money Bag on it and put Foogiano on it, and I know it's gonna go. And I dropped it, and boom, it's out of here.
That motherfucker's out of here. I mean, I could go to work at the radio station, and I'm coming out of that song into a talk break every hour on the hour in this thing.
Yeah.
So now, how is Moo doing with this newfound success and fame after pushing that damn song for so long?
Same thing. He's the same person.
So he just keeping it 1,000.
He's just keeping it 1,000. He the same person.
Oh my God.
He is, and the thing is, I appreciate him because he knows what it's like to not. He same thing. He grinded. He did the Atlanta grind. He went through every club, met everybody, showed love to all the DJs, showed love to all the artists coming up. You know, he did his thing, and now he got his break, and so he's making the most of it right now. He's stacking his paper. He's doing what he got to do. Doing his shows, being professional, on time. Like, he do what he's supposed to do as an artist. And he's been the easiest artist I ever worked with. No cap. No cap. Hey, Moo, I need you here. Okay, cool. It's time for that. I'm there.
Talk to me about hooking Foogiano up with Gucci.
Oh, man. Like, that's just destiny. It's destiny. You know what I'm saying? Him winning the showcase, putting that record out, the Molly record, then putting Lil Baby on the Trapper record, and how Lil Baby just showed me love, and it was like, boom, I'm gonna do the song and the video.
That's
you know
cool.
what I'm saying? Then after doing that, because Lil Baby lived in my same building, so we would bump into each other almost once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And I'm showing him food, and I'm showing him what I'm doing. He's like, how Euro doing? And you know what I'm saying? He like, I was on your page the other day.
Come on.
And I'm like, dang, all these folk really watching and knowing what's going on.
Oh, nigga, you been putting on a goddamn show. You been putting on the goddamn show, Boom.
I'm in my own world. See, that's the crazy part about it. I'm out the way. So I'm in my own world. And so I'm out of people's way. You feel me? But see, I love that where the internet is right now. It's a gift and a curse, but I love it because the thing about the internet now, like back then, when somebody had something to say about Boom, you had to go off what other people said.
Come on.
Now you could tap into my page yourself. I can go live. I could talk about it. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my own platform.
Exactly.
And you could tune in to me without a 40-word tweet.
Exactly.
You get where I'm coming from? Now you can see what I really got going on, how I'm doing it. Hear me speak on it. If somebody got something negative to say, I could get on there and say what I got to say. And you know what I'm saying? And hey, look, respect who I am and what I'm on. You feel me? And you know, you can feel the energy. You could, like, people through this camera right now, they could say, dang, Home ain't coming off disingenuous. He coming off authentic.
Real.
And this is me. And if you go look at the other interviews I done did, or if you go to my page, I'm the same person with the same objective, the same goal. My story don't switch up. You get where I'm coming from? I am who I am. I know who I am. And the people around me respect me, and they rock with me.
Okay, then one day I was trying to go to work at the radio station, okay, and I'm pulling up, I just see somebody in some expensive ass car hopping out, running across the street, and I said, who the hell is this in this expensive ass car hopping out, running across? I said, oh, that's Boom. I said, Boom, what the hell's going on? I get out the car to go clock into work, and Boom says, hey, B, I need you to check out my facility. The 11th floor, 101 Marietta Street, the Authentic Empire. Talk to me about that.
That's a part of my vision where I said I wanted to have a hub for independent artists where they could get the same feel as if they was going to a major label, because a lot of artists never gets to experience what it's like to go through a major label.
My God.
You feel me? And go on that flow and have those meetings and sit down and meet with those A&Rs and have an exec listen to their music, and they could really get real label services. Playlisting, videos, mixing masters, marketing, press, you know what I'm saying, PR, you know what I'm saying? Like radio, all those different things where I could sit down and talk to the people at those labels and not only get the services, but get educated on it. Get my stuff administered the correct way. Get taught on how to do it. Like I said, for me, it's not about locking artists into life contracts. It's about helping advance the education and the progression of independent artists and teaching them that they're a business. This is how you should structure your business, and this is what will help you take your business to the next level. And if you want somebody that's real and accredited and that can really do it and has success of doing it, where you've seen it with a Euro, a Noah, a Foogiano, a Money Move, you know, a Roscoe Dash, a KE that done it for itself, I done managed through parties, events, and do successful stuff, and know you want to be a part of that or want to learn how to do it for yourself. Now you have a real place where you could get that done.
Exactly.
That's what that's about.
What is it like just watching the facility, you know, start to transform from sheetrock to the real deal?
Dream come true, man.
Come on.
It's like I said, it's my destiny. I'm destined for this. You feel me?
Come on.
I'm walking in my destiny. I'm walking in my purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like every day, it's like I feel like I'm living in the Matrix. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, I'm manifesting. So
my new slang for that is a manifestival. That's what it seems like you over there having, sir.
For sure.
Euro got it. What is my dog up to?
We got a tape coming out with him. You know, us in video, we partnered up. We putting out Euro got it next project. I think it's gonna be amazing. I want everybody like he's Atlanta, he's independent.
Yeah.
Money Move is independent.
Yeah.
We gotta support these people that's independent, that's really, really talented, that got good spirits and good hearts.
Good messages.
And Euro beat 2 life sentences. He's a former felon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really doing something with his life and helping it, taking care of his family, handling his business. You know, a real guy, real dude, and super talented. I think these are the type of people we got to rally behind and help take to the next level. And we got to start helping our own people, you know what I'm saying, get to higher stakes and higher levels instead of looking at them like, man, I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, help this man, the DJs, let's help him. He's grinding out here. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all see somebody that's really doing something, that's really talented, that's going hard, and that got a prior record. Let's keep them out of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's help push them forward and help push their momentum forward. Exactly. So and it's real. It's not like it's some bullshit.
Exactly.
You feel me? It's like, hey, this is dope. You
Come on
me?
now.
And he's speaking. He got substance in his music.
The boy fire.
Yeah, he hard. I ain't gonna lie. He to me, he up there with Lil Baby.
He
just ain't got that opportunity.
It's that time, and it's gonna come because that boy can write and he can jam like hell.
Yeah.
So now, lastly, Boom, how can these folks contact you? And is there anything that you want to let them know?
Man, I'm easy to contact. You could go through the website, which is www.authenticempiremg.com, or you could text the number 404-857-0040. The website is really simple. You go to the website, authenticempiremg.com, and click the Be Discovered button. And then you can submit your song. We listen to music every single day. Or you could text the number 404-857-0040, and you can set up a face-to-face meeting with my A&R, my staff, or even me. I'm going to put a disclaimer out there.
Talk to me.
I'm a busy person.
Come on.
So it's not cheap to meet with me.
I feel that.
It's not cheap.
Come on.
So, but if you do meet with me, please, you know what I'm saying, understand that you're going to have something valuable given to you in that meeting that you probably didn't know or probably didn't think about. And I'm going to put you on game on some stuff that you probably had no idea or aware of. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. When you meet with me, I'm not one of these type of people like, oh yeah, bro, you hot, bro, we finna go crack. No, if you dope, I'm going to tell you dope. If you're not dope, I'm going to say, hey, this not it. But this is what we need to do to help you progress and make your music better. So we got this Indie King Showcase coming up April 1st through the 3rd. It's going to be a concert. You know what I'm saying? It's going down at Cosmopolitan Lounge. It's going to be over 2,000 people there. It's already day 1 sold out. Day 2 is about to be sold out.
Yes, sir.
It's about to be crazy. So, you know, it's an opportunity to get $150K behind a single. I'm going to put $25,000 in the winner pocket that day, cash. And it's also my official birthday bash, so it's going to go down. I need you in the building.
I'm here for it, man. And happy early birthday.
Appreciate it.
Nigga, I'll be there to tell you your damn self in the face. Be High Radio shouting, LA the Boomman. Still booming in this thing.
It's authentic and we out of here.